What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to this week's video. A much different style intro, I know. This week's video, I made a Gaga ball pit for my church. This was inspired by Dirty Shop DIY. I will leave the link down to their video below. I want to give credit where credit is due. Great video to follow, and that's where I got all these steps that I followed. And I explained a little more than they did, just to make things a little more clear cut and easy. But that's all I'm going to say for this week's video. Thank you for watching. Let's get into the build. So next step in following along Dirty Shop DIY's Gaga ball pit build, we have marked off 4 inches in from our corner, and the gap is supposed to be 1 3/4 inches wide, so that's 4 inches in, then 5 3/4 inch from the edge here, and then we marked down 12.5 inches, and this is going to be our cutout area. I have done that on both sides of my pieces already, and I imagine what we'll have to do is also drill some pilot holes so that we can fit our jigsaw in the holes in order to cut out that last bottom part. In his video, you didn't really see that step, but I'm assuming that's what he did. So I'll film it, see if that's the best method to go about it. But nothing to it but to do it. And as you can see, we now have all of our slats cut on these 2 boards right here. I don't know if you could tell from the time lapse, however, I used a 1/2 inch bit to just punch some holes through the plywood at the bottom here, and then I used my jigsaw and cut that off there. Obviously with your circular saw, you're not going to be able to get all the way through on your bottom piece here, so you might actually have to take your jigsaw. What happened to me is I got the top piece out first, but then the bottom piece was still connected, because in the corners here near the bottom edge, obviously your circular saw can't make the full pass, so you might have to come in with a jigsaw and also not only just cut this edge here, but cut a little bit on the sides there in order to get those last little bits that are hanging on from your bottom piece out, so that you have your 2 slats clear. But this is 2 of 8 pieces done. I'm gonna do the rest, and then we're gonna come back and talk about our handle position. As you can see over here, we have 6 of our panels done with the handles, and because my camera battery had a charge, I'll explain to you what I did. So I have made these holes 6 inches wide, or these handles 6 inches wide. I measured from each edge 3 feet in as my center point, and then I went 3 inches to the left, 3 inches to the right, and I mocked up that square. I did that same thing over here as well. Again, from our far edge all the way in, the middle part, 36, then 33, then 39, and we got our 2 squares there. And then we are going to use our 1.5 inch hole saw, or hole bit, I don't know what it's called, but this is what we're using to drill all of these holes. I measured 1.5 inches down as our top line, and then 3 inches down as our bottom line, so that's how we have our rectangle here on both sides. So this is 1.5 inch diameter in length, or height, and then 6 inches wide. So that's what our 2 handles are, and now you will see me time lapse drilling all our holes. Alright guys, as you can see, the process really is simple. I used my hole saw, like I said, to drill 5 holes. First the 2 on the outside, then the middle, and then I would do 2 grooves in the remaining pieces. And then you just use your jigsaw to clean everything up. And what's kind of nice is with the grooves of the circle from the hole saw, the way they kind of work out is it creates really nice grooves for your fingers to lock into, so you're not just grabbing onto a big hunk of wood, chunk of wood that's, you know, digging into your fingers. So it's really nice and kind of ergonomical on accident, but we take those. And obviously, as you can see over here, it's important to make sure you have your bit fully submerged into the wood. Otherwise, it'll jump on you and leave out some nasty grooves. But last thing to do now is to sand all these pieces and get this assembled and in working order. Some ideas on how to make the Gaga ball pit better would be to using a 1/4 inch round over bit with my router and just rounding over all the edges, making them nice and even so nobody can get hurt. But also, if you don't have something like that, using a foam pool noodle, cutting it in half and putting it around the edge of the pieces would also work as well. That's probably what we're going to be doing for the kids at the church. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. That is it for this week. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget we are doing a $50 Home Depot giveaway once I hit 500 subscribers on this channel. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to have a great day or night. Merry Christmas. Don't forget to keep God number one. God bless.